So guys, day by day we keep on getting various informations regarding Nnamdi Kanu, and the goal is that Nnamdi Kanu must be released. If you haven't forgotten, about 24 hours ago, the US stepped in Nnamdi Kanu's case, urging a review on the very case, stating that the injustice has been unwanted and has been done unprovoked, and that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent because even the UN working group has already ruled in Nnamdi Kanu's favor that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. And in today's session, I bring you good news. Welcome to this YouTube channel. In case you're new to this YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscribe bell below because in this channel, I bring you everything that's trending and everything you need to know regarding Nnamdi Kanu. So the Nigerian judiciary led by Justice Omotosho has been faulted yet again, and Omotosho has been held accountable for what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu recently because Omotosho in the last court sitting came out and told Nnamdi Kanu to his face that Nnamdi Kanu has a case to answer, and Omotosho in the last court sitting came out and said that Nnamdi Kanu's rendition from Kenya was not illegal. Omotosho in the last court sitting came out and told everyone that Nnamdi Kanu's rendition was not extraordinary, that Nigeria did not violate international crimes, that Nigeria did not violate international laws, that Nnamdi Kanu rendition from Kenya was within the bounds of Nigeria. This was shocking. Even when we have been crying aloud, and even when the Federal High Court in Kenya has ruled in Nnamdi Kanu's favor, saying that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, even when the appeal court in 2022 ruled that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, that no court in Nigeria has the jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu, still yet Omotosho is still showing up in court and talking trash. I call it trash because how can you come out and say that Nnamdi Kanu has a case to answer? What wrong has he done, Omotosho? What wrong has Nnamdi Kanu done? What shocked everyone was that Omotosho showed up in court and said that Nnamdi Kanu's violation or Nnamdi Kanu's rendition from Kenya was not illegal. That Nigeria were within their bounds to rendite Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. Don't forget that Nnamdi Kanu entered Kenya as a British national, only to be rendited back to Nigeria as a Nigerian. He has a dual citizenship. He entered Kenya as registered as a UK citizen, only for Nigeria to bundle him and send him back to Nigeria to face trial. The UN working group have told Nigeria, release Nnamdi Kanu. The appeal court in this very country has said that no court has a jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu. Still yet, Nnamdi Kanu is still facing trial before Justice James Omotosho. And Justice James Omotosho doesn't want to do the needful because he hasn't ruled anything in Nnamdi Kanu's favor. Anything that Omolo prays to him in court, he's going to accept Omolo's decision. Omolo is a lay counsel representing Tinubu and the federal government, battling against Nnamdi Kanu in courts. And this shows you that the judicial system is corrupt. Without wasting much of time, there are two video clips I want to be displaying here for you guys. And after showing these two video clips to you, we are going to be heading straight to what the judicial system has been called out for, led by Justice James Omotosho, who has been fighting against Nnamdi Kanu.
Anybody that is parading himself as a representative of the Igbos should first of all make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is released. If Nnamdi Kanu is not released, that means there is no complete representation of the Igbos. Whatever crowd you have rented that is applauding you that you are properly representing us, they are paid crowd. I can tell you that for free. They are paid crowd. You can't just pay the crowd to cheer you up and pretend that you are doing well. No. Without the release of Nnamdi Kanu, there is nobody have represented us. It's as simple as ABC. And the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu is what we demand.
So Governor
Nigerian judiciary on trial over Nnamdi Kanu, says lawyer.
To release
the Global Defense Consortium, representing the retained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has declared that Nigerian judiciary is on trial before the conscience of the world over what it described as continuing constitutional violations in the ongoing case. A statement signed by Onyedikachi Ifedi Esquire on behalf of the consortium legal teams in Abuja, London, Washington, DC, Nairobi.
Just be patient because it is as if Bola Tinubu is trying to win Abia State people's hearts. He is trying to win the Eastern people's hearts. You are sad. Some of you have mixed feelings about his release. But Nnamdi Kanu's being in detention or being released, I don't think it actually changes anything. Since he has been in prison, Nigeria has not gotten better, and releasing him will not make Nigeria better as well. If we can set canopies and be waiting for bandits to come and be holding peace talks, the people that we know that are kidnapping every day, are shooting and killing every day, with what is happening in Borno, Katsina, Kwara State, Edo State, with all the kidnappings, and we are still having peace talks with these people, I see no reason why Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison till now.
And the Hague, and made available to the Whistler on Monday, expressed grave concern over what it called the collapse of constitutional safeguards in the proceedings before the Federal High Court and in appellate decision on the matter. It stated that the Nigerian judiciary must understand that its legitimacy is not a divine right, but a daily referendum by the people it serves. It stressed that when courts substitute expediency for legality, they cease to be courts of law and become instruments of political convenience. The handling of Nnamdi Kanu's case has placed that legitimacy in jeopardy. The consortium alleged that Kanu's detention in June 2021 was unconstitutional, saying he was remanded without legal representation, contrary to Section 35 and 36 of 6 (C) of the 1999 Constitution. In quotes, no Nigerian citizen may be deprived of liberty without representation and hearing, the statement said, citing the case of Udo v. States (1988), 3 NWLR (PTA 2) 316 as precedents. It further criticized the decision of the Court of Appeal, which initially discharged Kanu before the judgment was overturned. The consortium said the Court of Appeal's criminal discharge was overturned through civil procedural devices, never meant for criminal trials. This is a direct affront to the doctrine of finality of appellate discharge and the constitutional separation of jurisdictions. The consortium also faulted the Supreme Court ruling of December 15, 2023, which according to it remitted Kanu for trial under the Repeal Terrorism (Prevention Amendment Act, 2013. It said the Supreme Court's decision, authored by Justice Lawal Garba, ignored Section 122 of 2 of A of the Evidence Act and Section 6 of the Interpretation Act, which extinguishes criminal liability once a law is repealed without saving clause. No court, certainly not the Apex Court, has constitutional power to resurrect a dead statute. Well, in case you don't understand that very paragraph, in 2022, the Appeal Court declared that no court has the jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu, and they discharged Nnamdi Kanu of all criminal charges leveled against him. And this is why the court, led by Justice James Omotosho, has been called out, blaming them that they are wrong in whatsoever that they are doing, that Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer, that they don't have any power to resurrect a case, because the Appeal Court in 2022 quashed this very case and even awarded Nnamdi Kanu 500 million naira in damages. Well, the message is clear. Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer. Well, let's continue. The Defense Consortium also raised concerns about the impartiality of the trial courts, stating that even after Justice Emmanuel Agim JSC found that Justice Binta Nyako's conduct had rendered her impartiality suspect, the same judge was re-empaneled. It alleged that the ongoing proceedings before Justice James Omotosho had admitted questionable witnesses presented as Department of State Service officers, which is the DSS. One of these witnesses admitted never meeting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before. This travesty offends Section 135 to 137 of the Evidence Act and corrodes public faith in due process, the statement claimed. The group accused the courts of judicial evasion of constitutional duty for allegedly refusing to acknowledge the repeal of the 2013 Terrorism Act and apply the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. The repeated refusal to take judicial notice of the repeal of the 2013 Act as mandated by law betrays a conscious disregard of the supremacy of the Constitution, it said. The consortium called for an immediate judicial review or recall of all proceedings conducted under the Repeal Terrorism (Prevention Amendment Act 2013 and a full investigation by the National Judicial Council (NJC) into the conduct of justices and judges who ignored binding constitutional provisions. And the message is clear once again. Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, and the judges handling Nnamdi Kanu's case has been biased. As you can see, I'm not the one who wrote this. The message is clear. The justices that have been handling Nnamdi Kanu's case have been corrupt, and we can confirm it. And I can also confirm to you that the US rights group has urged a review in this very case of Nnamdi Kanu. At this point, dear brothers and sisters, I'll let you guys tell me what you feel about this in the comment section below. Do well to like this video, share this video, and hit the subscribe button below for more trending updates.